Welcome back. I'm your host, Kane, and today we are talking Star Wars Andor. This Disney Plus series, to me, is the best one so far. I know there's a lot of love out there for Mandalorian. I like it too. I know there's a lot of, differing opinions for Book of Boba Fett, but I enjoyed it for the most part. That said, of the live action fare offered to us so far, I like this Rogue One spinoff better than the other two for a couple of reasons. One, to me, this feels the most adult. George Lucas and several other people have notoriously for years said Star Wars is for kids. Okay. But Andor, to me, and Rogue One, is for adults. And I say that because it's the most mature show Star Wars under Disney, Star Wars in general, has ever produced. We see the downright cruelty of the Empire in this. And we saw it a little bit in Rogue One, more so than in any of the other Star Wars films, but this show really does show the let's say fascist. It shows the fascist nature of the Galactic Empire. I find that really fascinating for a couple of reasons. The biggest of which is that while we get the sense from the uniform and the accents and the way they do things in the films, this time around, they may as well be goose-stepping down the middle of Germany. I mean, it feels like the Nazi regime in this show. I'm not one for Nazis, but they do make entertaining enemies, especially when you know your characters are on the side of right and good and are going to be standing up against them. I love Andor because it makes you think about the context of Star Wars. Within Star Wars, you think about how, Jedis, lightsabers, yeah, they're fun for kids, but then you look at the underbelly that has always been there from the beginning, the foundation of what George Lucas built the Empire upon, and you go, oh wow, Star Wars is darker than I realized, and maybe it's not always for kids. And to me, that's what makes this show perfect, is because as someone who's been viewing Star Wars since he was 5 years old, this gave me a totally different lens to look through. And it makes me appreciate Star Wars that much more. Now, I'm not going to say I like everything Disney's done with Star Wars, because I don't. I really don't. That sequel trilogy is a mess, especially towards the second half. That said, they do occasionally make a step in the right direction. Rogue One obviously being one, Andor being another. And I really enjoy when they do make those steps in the right direction, because it gives me hope that someday we may actually see another great Star Wars film. If you enjoyed this review of Star Wars Andor, click that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to click that bell notification so you know every time Kane has a new video uploaded. Please consider sharing this on your social media. I'm trying to grow the channel. Let's see if we can't hit 50 subscribers by the end of the year, and maybe go on to 100 by early next year. How great would that be? I'd really appreciate your help in growing the channel. And I'll see you next time at the video store.